This is a video for some tips and advices of how to work on social networks, Facebook, Twitter, or any other social network that you're working at. So these tips were gathered from different leaders of MMM, and these tips really do work. So some of them you can take for yourself and try them, use them. Some of them, if you don't like, just drop it. So when working in social networks, there are two positions that you can take. One is active position and one is passive position. So as the name implies, passive position means that you don't do anything. Is the way that the people come on their own, register on their own, and do all their stuff on their own without you being active at all. But you do start building your structure. There is active position as well, which means that you are taking active steps on adding people, on inviting them, speaking to them, approaching them, and so on. So today we're going to speak about the active position. So in active position, when approaching people, for example, adding them to Facebook, Skype, Twitter, or any other, there are obviously two two outcomes. So one outcome is that the person does respond, and the other that he doesn't respond. So in such case, if he doesn't respond, you can provoke him by sending some information, some music or image or any text that you feel like, or for example the movie pyramid or some motivational video, whatever you feel like, or your own video if you have, speaking about your success or whatever, which your imagination allows you. In the other case, when he does respond, usually it can be like, do I know you? Or he can send a commercial proposal if he's a marketer, or a smile. So when people do respond, there are other two ways for you to, well, basically main two ways for you to continue your discussion. Is one of them to get acquainted and start speaking about business. So in this case, you can have a look at his Facebook page or whatever page he is at, Twitter, whatever his interests are, whether he likes yoga or football, and you can say, oh, I like football as well, I watched yesterday's match, what do you think about it, who's your favorite team, or whatever. And then you can say, oh, you can actually watch matches without going to work, and you can just spend a whole day watching your matches, for example. And you can start speaking obviously about MMM, about the free life that it can offer. Well, obviously people do have to do something, they cannot just sit at home. Some kind of work there has to be. So a next option is for you to ask him his commercial offer if you know that he's a marketer. And goodness me, when asking a person, a marketer, what's his commercial offer, you're going to make him happy that day, because asking a marketer the commercial offer without him trying to convince you or show you anything, but you show your own interest, is going to definitely make him happy. So you can ask him some questions like, tell me about your company, how long has it been working, and other. Some important questions for you to ask would be, how long have you been working? So it can be a few months. How many people do you have in your team? Let's say 2,100. How much have you earned so far? This is something that can be between 150, 1,500. What's the admission fee as well, you can ask, and to your company. So after everything that he's describing you about the wonderful life that his company offers, you can say, sorry, but I'm not interested in it. So he might get surprised and ask you, why is it not interesting, or what is there that you don't like? In such case, you can start, already he asks you, isn't it? Already he is interested to find out, what do you have that you don't like it? And it's important to make people ask you rather than you starting to run after people and offer them. So in such case, you can say that, well, you attract about 100 people for 2 months, but it's actually average. There are people, managers in MMM, that attracted 100 people even in 1 month. You can ask around. So the company is working for more than 4 years. Your income is, say your income if you have one. If you don't have that much income at that time, you can say the income of your manager or of any other friend that you know. How much bonuses do they get? As well, you can say that there's opportunity to get 30% without taking any active actions. The money just grow without you doing anything. And what's also very important is no admission fee. Moreover, you get some bonuses actually when you start taking part in our community, isn't it? Some other interesting, if you're speaking with a marketer, a different way to approach as well, not a different, but an additional way to approach is that you can, for example, offer him the fact that in their businesses they have to sell those bottles, those powder, or whatever it is there, those pills and so on. And there is a target that they have to meet every month. And if they don't meet the target, then they simply don't get those bonuses or those money that they should. So you can say, well, if you have any issues with that, if you struggle with that, you can just put some money in MMM, some money that you earned, for example, in your company, and they will grow 30%. And out of whatever has grown in MMM, you can just go and buy your bottles, and it's going to be as help, and then you can sell them. So MMM actually can help marketers develop their structures, their businesses better if they wish to be there. Obviously, that's up to everybody. If they want, they can completely get into MMM. But take this in account. It's a very important and useful advice, and there are many cases when marketers from other companies did start working with MMM as well, like from Oriflame, from Avon, and other. So do take this in account, and if there's a marketer, don't just leave your hands that he's or she's in a different business. MMM can help you if you're in a different business. Put your money grows, you take this money and you go and buy your bottles. That's it. It's an interesting offer. So another tips that can help you is a female account. It has proven so much by different leaders in MMM and even by our SMM manager that the female account comparing to the male account works so much better. Probably people just like speaking with the beautiful part of the earth, of human beings on earth. They prefer speaking with them more. So you can take no need to take those sexy pictures or whatever, which is quite a lot already. Take some decent, nice female pictures, female profile, interesting ones like with a student or whatever. And actually this is the task for your third account. So you have done by now 2 accounts. One is advert account, one is your account, and the third one, if you're a male, make a nice female account. If you're already a female, you can make one more female account if you want, because Facebook bans for active activities in Facebook and social networks, for example. So it's okay if you're gonna do more accounts, so that you make sure even if one is banned, you have another one. So as I said, female account work very well. You can make just some pictures with some girls partying or whatever and say that, ooh, MMM allowed me to go and have some fun today instead of working or whatever. So use your imagination for that. No need to lie. You might really go to a party and put some pictures there that you really have been to a party. Another way, another tip is to change your birthday every other day. So, for example, today is 25th of June, and you're writing that 26th of June is your birthday, and on 26th of June you write that 27th is your birthday. So the people new that come to your page, they don't know that yesterday was your birthday, and they can start congratulating you, and up from there you can start communicating with them. Up to you. So speaking with 1-2 people a day, it's not good. You're not going to have any results. Speaking with 10-15 people minimum, this is something that can bring you some result. No need to register all of them. Just speak with them and see who really worths to get to take in your team. Take people that are smart, intelligent, and that do try to grow professionally and personally. This is my advice. So even if a person at the end is not interested in any of whatever you said, you can just send him the film at the end, Pyramid, or you can, after some time, as Roman said previously, you can send those pictures, those screenshots of people who received the money, or even that if you receive the money, just send him and say, look, you don't believe it, but here you go, I actually did receive, and after some time he might be interested. So conclude with best wishes, have a nice day, keep a nice positive communication, and everything will be just fine. So this is the end. If you have any options or any other ideas of how to improve your communication in social networks, they are most welcome. Together we change the world. I hope this lesson helped.